So what's happening, Euro Truckers? Glasgow, that's where we're starting. Here's a little bit of geographical knowledge of the trip that we're going to be doing. All in all the way through Europe here. Down into, what's this section here? Italy, I believe this is. Down into Italy. Catch a ferry there. That's what we'll be doing. And I'm just thinking about going down this road here. I'm not too sure. A little bit more driving, that is. I think we're going to be doing enough driving as it's over 2,000 miles. And finally, the final destination, Greece. So here we are, guys. We've just got a little bit of wood there. In fact, we've got 57 tons of it. It's a whopper. Convoy exceptionally. That's what we're going to be doing today, guys. With that huge piece of timber, that log there. Now the weight of it's not going to be a problem. We've got 750 horsepower in this Volvo, so we're going to cope with that quite well. The actual weight of that large piece of timber we've got, it's going to be the length of that trailer that's going to be a problem. So let's get underway. Let's see how we get on. This is going to be part one of the journey, guys. We're leaving Scotland. I'm going to end this journey today in Amsterdam, so let's get underway. Let's see how we get on. Hey up. Oh, it's not a good start. Some numpty pulls out straight in front of me. We've got all the beacons flashing and everything, and we're still getting AI cars cutting us up. Right, messing all my gears up now. Sort the gearbox out. Let's try again. Let's restart. So just over 2,000 miles we got to go, guys. 57 tons with this huge log. Now I've never hauled this log. I've had it in my mod folder for quite a while. We're actually running today on the truck sim map, and it actually showed up in my job manifest, so I thought that's going to be interesting. Like I say, I've never actually done it. Hauled this huge piece of timber, this huge log, this huge tree trunk. So here we go. I don't know how far I'm going to get with it. I'm going to try and get it all the way, all the 2,000 miles, or just over 2,000 miles. I would have preferred a much shorter run than 2,000 miles, but we'll do this video part 1, part 2, maybe part 3, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Right, let's just see how we get around this corner. Let me just change the angle here. I can't get the whole trailer in the actual camera angle because the trailer is just that long. We're going to get round here. Let's just see. It'll give us some idea how we're going to get on. Just look at the back of the trailer there. Boy, it's going to need a huge turning circle. This is. We're going to have one or two problems, and I can foresee it's the slip roads, isn't it? It's going to be these small slip roads. These slip roads joining the highways and coming off the highways are just so small on Euro Truck Simulator 2. They're not very wide. I can see problems, many problems arising on these slip roads. So you know now, you're talking with the captain. WCL, Wobbly Captain Logistics, virtual trucking company, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Like I mentioned, guys, we're running on the truck sim map today. I'm actually on version 1.22 now, the beta version of Euro Truck Simulator 2. They've updated it yet again. I have noticed in my mod folder, actually, in my mod manager, that on this beta version there's 1 or 2 incompatible mods. So oh, here we go again. We start all over again. Luckily the truck sim map here, 6.1, is still working. I don't know when they finally release the 1.22 version, if them mods are still going to be incompatible, what I've got now. So I suppose they are, so the modding community is going to be busy redoing them. Oh no, I'm going to hit the van. There's a motorcyclist coming up on the right hand side. It had to be the van. I couldn't wipe out the motorcyclist there. Oh dear. How much room do these AI cars need? He should have moved over a little bit, you see. Wide load coming down. He should have seen that. There should have been a police escort as well. I should have had a pilot car in front of me. Well, you would in real life, wouldn't you? But this is Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's a video game. We don't get that sort of luxury and safety of having a pilot car in front of us. You know, I never gave it a thought until I actually started hauling this great big huge piece of log, and it's many we're going to go back on the old wobbly time machine now, so many years ago. I don't know, it would be the late 80s or early 90s. I worked at a sawmill actually doing this, what I'm driving today actually. Well, not the Volvo. Oh no, we've hit something. That's the overhang, that is. We can't get around these corners, it's going to be very difficult. But yeah, I worked at a sawmill and I'll never forget it. In fact, it was one of the easiest driving jobs I ever did, because it was just driving from A to B. One drops. At the most you might have just 2 collections on, or 1 collection on the way back up. On the way back home, and but it really was an easy job. And I used to deliver. Well, I didn't deliver these great big tree trunks, these logs. I used to pick these up. I never picked one up, obviously, as long as this. We used to pick them up, and a lot of them were imported in from Africa, I believe. And you get all sorts of dead bugs in between the log and everything. So you have to look out for them. You see some interesting bugs on the actual logs. Here we go. But yeah, I used to pick them up and take them back to the depot. But when I used to deliver them, the guys at the sawmill, they used to cut them into planks. So we used to deliver the log. I used to re-deliver the log back out, cut into planks, and that used to go to various places. Yeah, I'll never forget that. I can remember. Where was it now? I don't. Somewhere in. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm stuck. Right, I'm free. What was? Oh no, I'm going to hit that car now. Can't get around these corners very good. We're going to learn many lessons on this first trip hauling this huge oversized log. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, like I said, I worked for a sawmill at one time. Obviously delivering timber, as you would at a sawmill. And they were renovating a pier. And I believe that pier, well, I think it was Penarth in South Wales. It's a pier that has a lot of history. And yes, the wobbly captain delivered the timber to that pier when they were restoring it. I can't remember the actual date when they were restoring that pier. They were doing some work on it, maybe in the 90s. I'm not too sure. I've just clipped that truck with the overhang there. We're going to do some damage with this. I actually did this in real life. I never hit anything when I worked for that sawmill. But like I say, never had anything as oversized as this. But this is a video game, it's completely different. But yeah, I worked for a sawmill, and yeah, the wobbly captain delivered timber. I can remember delivering timber down to Penarth, South Wales. They were doing some work on that pier. I believe they were replacing or restoring the planks, the timber planks that go across the top of the pier. I used to leave the depot around about 6 o'clock in the morning, and be about a 4-hour drive down to there. And I used to unload, have my dinner there, and then drive back up. Good times, very easy job, and a lot of fun. Except the truck was a bag of poo. It really was a terrible truck. We never had decent trucks. Oh, they were absolutely horrendous. I can't think what the truck was actually. Can't remember. I know it was an absolute filthy rat bag of a thing, but I think it was an Iveco. Might have been a Ford Cargo actually. I think it was a Ford Cargo. It was a really old truck in comparison to what we've got nowadays. But yeah, I was going back on the old wobbly time machine. Oh dear. How time flies. So if you want to go and just go and Google that Penarth Pier, South Wales, the United Kingdom, and you'll see some images of it and the history of the pier. Yeah, the wobbly captain delivered timber to that pier when they were doing some work on it. They were restoring some of the floor, the planks, the wooden flooring that go across the timber sections that go across the top of the pier. I think that's what they were doing. Yeah, well, there you go. Now you know, the wobbly captain delivered some of the timber for that pier. I'd forgotten all about that until he was looking at this great big log that reminded me of it. And yeah, the truck was, I think it was a Ford Cargo. Casting my memory back now, because I can remember something happening with the gears on it at one time. The gear linkages came undone or something on it. Bearing in mind I'm not mechanically knowledgeable when it comes to things like that, but the actual gear stick just came undone. The linkage came undone somewhere, and I can remember being stuck about 20 miles away from the depot, and the boss told me to drive it back, and the only gear I got was first gear, so it was a very, very slow drive back to the depot that day. About 5 miles an hour. Oh, and everybody wondering why I was going so slow. Oh dear, good times. And yeah, I totally forgot about that job, and I remember as well, God, this is going back, this is all because I'm hauling this great big piece of timber, and it's reminded me, it was roping and sheeting as well. Oh man, that is quite a skill to actually have, roping and sheeting, and I must say, I was absolutely bloody lousy at it. Mine kept coming undone. You know, I do about 100 miles, and oh god, I used to have to keep bloody checking in my mirrors, because I'd look through my mirrors and I'd see a great big piece of dangling rope come undone. Oh dear, yeah, never forget that. Here we go, this is where we're going to have trouble. These slip roads, we're going to have some trouble here. Just look at this, look at that. There's the police. Very good of them, isn't it, eh? They could have given me a police escort. They could have been my pilot car in front. Are we going to get round here? I don't think we are. Oh no, we're stuck. We're stuck, guys. We're stuck. Lessons are being learned here now for the rest of the journey. Hopefully in part 2, when we get to part 2, we might have learned on how to negotiate these sort of roads a little bit better. Oh, now it's raining. My wheels are just spinning around there on the tarmac, and they're just digging it up. In real life, they'd be just spinning and digging that tarmac up, and we'd get stuck even more, because we get stuck in a trench then. So the back wheels of the trailer are on the barrier there, and the front end of the Volvo truck is on the barrier up that end as well. But we're slowly dragging it round, so we might just do it. It might not be game over. Never say give up, just keep going. So if you're coming to work this morning and you're stuck in that big queue of traffic behind, it's WCR Wobbly Captain Logistics. We're having a little bit of a logistics problem at the moment on the slip road. Oh dear, we're going to have to back it up now. There is a car behind. He's going to absolutely cack his pants now when he sees this coming towards him. But nevertheless, in the wet there, it does look a nice little bit of mahogany or teak, doesn't it? Is it what would you say that is? Mahogany or teak? Can't quite tell. But nevertheless, it's looking pretty good. Oh come on! We haven't got very far. We haven't even got to Amsterdam yet, and we're stuck. Oh dear. Are we free? Have we done it? Oh, it's looking good now. I think we're actually going to do this. I think we may just get to Amsterdam. We're going to damage the truck now. Oh dear. Well, it did start out a nice, shiny, decent looking truck. By the time we get to Greece, it's probably going to be all smashed up. Well, it would be if it was real life, wouldn't it? But and nevertheless, it's a video game. Them slip roads though, these roads there, they are very, very narrow. I hope they're wider in American Simulator, in American Truck Simulator when it's released. I believe they are going to be wider roads, so that'll be good. Right, I can see a car coming, but he was quite a way off. Oh, look at that. Boy racer in a Corsa picked an argument with a truck. Got all my beacons flashing and everything, and yeah, never mind. Let's just take it steady and try not to knock that give way sign down up there. Oh, we're going to do it easy. That's quite easy. I tell you what though, this is some monster load. Like I mentioned, I've had this mod for quite a while, but I've never actually done it. It's been in my mod manager and in my mod folder for quite a long time. I've never actually given it a go. Look at the traffic here around this roundabout, so we go and get across. I'm just waiting for that AI car to go underneath the trailer. Got no running boards, has it? No bars, safety bars on the trailer there. Well, I don't think they do have them in the States anyway, do they? We tend to have them in the UK to stop like crash bars, to stop the cars in an accident going underneath the trailer. I think I've noticed in the States they don't tend to have them. I think it's compulsory in the UK actually to have them bars on the trailers. They're basically there just to stop the cars in an accident going underneath the trailer and stop you losing your head. Oh dear. Turn my lights off. I might try and go into the middle of the road here on this section because it looks quite busy, so I don't want to get stuck with these AI cars. So we're going to... Right, see, that truck can't get down the side there, so we'll just take this bit of space in the road, see how we get on. There's an AI car there. It's managed to get down the side of me. Oh dear. There's always one. Such as real life. They'll even try it in real life. Oh dear. Hello, 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 hello. British Bobby here. Is he going to help us negotiate this roundabout and stop the traffic? No, he isn't. He's rushing back to the police station to get a cup of tea. Oh dear. Mr. FedEx there, just cutting straight out across us. See if we can get around here without actually hitting any of these cars. So how many things have we hit now? Are you keeping score? Hopefully in video number 2, when we get to Amsterdam, lessons would have been learnt, and we perhaps won't be doing as much damage as what we've done on this trip. boy, I'll be glad to get on that old ferry. Be able to get a little bit of sleep. Yeah, here at Wobbly Towers, the Wobbly Captain hasn't actually slept for 24 hours at the moment. He's been a bit of a busy chappy. So hopefully in video 2 I'd have had some sleep, and maybe my driving in the video game would have improved. Oh dear, so where are we? Where are we going? Are we driving into this ferry, or are we just looking for that green icon there, the anchor sign? So let's go book in, guys, and get on the old ferry. Right, where are we going? Oh, we've only got the one option there. That's Amsterdam. Tulips in Amsterdam. Okay, guys, I'm going to wind it up here. I'm going to be parking up here in Amsterdam. There we go, truck sim map 6.1. That's what we're running on. So I'm going to wind it up here, guys. Like I just mentioned, I'm going to park up. I'm going to get myself a little bit of sleep, and hopefully you'll join me in part 2. So stay safe and happy Euro trucking.